In this video, we are going to learn how to apply systems of equations in word problems and real-world situations, so let's begin. Many real-world situations can be solved with a system of equations. To problem solve, follow these steps. Define your two variables. You need to explain what the x and the y are. Let's just continue. Be sure to write them out. That helps. Write your system of equations. So you need to convert your stories into equations. And then blank the system of equations. You need to solve your system of equations and find the answer to the question being asked. So let's try some problems. At Manny's Taco Shop, you can get an order of chips and 2 tacos for $9.25. The cost of 2 orders of chips and 5 tacos is $21.75. What is the cost of an order of chips? So we've got 2 sentences which give us some important information. You can get an order of chips and 2 tacos for $9.25. Cool. What else do we know? Well, we know that the cost for 2 orders of chips and 5 tacos is $21.75. So what is the cost of an order of chips? I'm going to write... I'm going to need 2 variables for this. You can use x and y, or you can use t and c for tacos and chips. I'm actually going to use chips. C is going to be my cost of chips. Cost of chips. Now, be specific. It's not the number of chips you buy, but the cost of the chips. And then T is going to be the cost of the tacos, because those are the things you cost of tacos. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Okay, so I need to write a system of equations. You can get an order of chips and 2 tacos for $9.25. So 1 chip and 2 tacos for $9.25. So 1 order of chips, so 1 C, or just, C, plus 2 tacos, 2 times the cost of tacos, is going to equal $9.25. Now, the cost of 2 orders of chips, so 2C, and 5 tacos, plus 5 tacos, that's going to cost you $21.75. Now, we need to solve this system of equations. We can do this a couple different ways. We can solve it using graphing. We can solve it using substitution. We can solve it using elimination. I am going to solve this using substitution. So I'm actually going to rewrite this equation. I'm going to do it in purple. I'm going to rewrite this equation. Yeah, it's not good. This in purple. I'm going to rewrite this equation. So if I have 1C, or just, C plus 2T equals 925. I want to get the C by itself, isolate the C, so I'm going to subtract 2T from both sides. That'll cancel. Subtract 2T from this side, and that gets me C equals 9.25 minus 2T. All right? And I'm going to end up substituting that in. So just kind of hold on to this information right here. And I'm going to solve. So I have my 2 equations. C equals 9.25 minus 2T. And then my first equation, 2C plus 5T equals 21.75. I'm going to substitute in this C for this over here. So let's rewrite it. 2, rewrite it over here, with the 2C, and in place of C, I'm going to replace it with 9.25 minus 2T. 2C plus 5T equals 21.75. Sorry, bit of a mess. I'm going to distribute, let's use purple. I'm going to distribute this. 2 times 925 is 1850. 1850. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4t plus 5t equals 2175. All right, combine my like terms. I've got 4t, negative 4t and 5t. That equals 1t, or just t, so 1850. Now, is this going to be negative 4 and positive 5? Is that negative or positive? That's positive. Plus 1 taco equals 2175. Now I need to isolate t, so I'm going to subtract 1850 from both sides. That leaves me with t equals 2175 minus 1850. I don't know off the top of my head. Let's pull out my trusty calculator. 2175 minus 1850 is 3.25. So that's the cost of a taco. Cool. Now, does that answer my question? They want the cost of an order of chips. So that doesn't solve my answer, but I can take this number right here and plug it back in to this right here. So the cost of chips is $9.25 minus 2 tacos. So that's just what I'll do. I'm going to rewrite this. C equals 9.25 minus 2t. And t is 325. 325 times 2 is negative 650. So 9.25 minus 650 is the cost of the chips. So the chips are $2.75. And there it is. $2.75 chips are $2.75. All right. Whew, that was a lot. Let's try number 2. The length of a rectangular garden is 4 more than 3 times its width. If the perimeter of the garden is 104 feet, then what are the dimensions of the garden? So they give us 2 sentences, each that has an equation. Length of a rectangular garden is 4 more than 3 times the width. The perimeter is 104 feet. So we know, let's imagine. Well, my variables are going to be length and W, width. And let's just go ahead and say it. So the length of a rectangular is 4 more than 3 times the width. 4 more than 3 times the width. So the length sounds like it's bigger. What is my system of equations? So let's define my length. The width, the length is 4 more than 3 times the width. So how do I get the length to be equal, the width to be, the length to be equal to the width? Well, I need to take that width, and they want me to multiply that by 3 and then add 4 more to it, because the length is 3 times the width plus 4 more, right? 4 more than 3 times the width. So that's one equation. My second equation, I'm going to close the door because it's a racket outside. Sorry about that. The perimeter of the garden is 104 feet. Okay, that means if I add up the length, so perimeter is like length and length and width and width, and if I add up length plus width, that's like 2L and 2W. So if I add up the length twice, that's 2L. If I add up the width twice, that's 2W. That's going to equal 104. I could also do 2, comma, or parentheses, L plus W. But this is much easier. So here we go. There's my system of equations. Let's solve it. I'm going to use substitution because I can just, L's already been solved. I can just substitute that L in for there. So that's just what I will do. We'll write my equation. 2 In place of L, I'm writing 3W plus 4 plus 2W equals 104. Let's see, distribute that. 2 times 3W is 6W. 2 times 4 is 12. 8 plus 2W equals 104. Combine my like terms. I've got 6W and 2W, both positive. That equals 8W plus 8 equals 104. Subtract 8 from both sides and you solve. That is 96 equals 8W. 80, I believe, if you divide by 8, W equals 12. So now we know what the width is. What are the dimensions of the garden is what they're asking. So they're asking for the width and the length. Width equals or is 12. What's the length? Well, I need to plug this 12 back into one of the equations. I'm going to plug that back into the red equation. So length is 3 times 12 plus 4. See, this is an equation I'm looking at right there. So 3 times 12 is 36 plus 4, that is 40. So length equals 40. And that does make sense because we said the length is 4 more than 3 times the width. We know that the length is bigger. So there it is. Length is 40. Let's try number 3. Kelly's basketball team made a total of 33 2-point and 3-point baskets in their game last week. If their team scored a total of 72 points, how many 2-point baskets did they make? Ooh, 2 sentences, 2 equations. So Kelly's basketball team made a total of 33 2-point shots and 3-point baskets in the game. So 33 2-point and 3-point baskets in the last game. So a total of 33 shots. And they said her team scored a total of 72 points. How many 2-point baskets did they make? So let's just look at the first one. Well, let's divide our variables. We've got 2 kinds of shots. We've got 2-point shots. 2-point shots. 2-pointers. Let's just do X's 2-pointers. 2-point shots. The number of 2-point shots. So the number of 2-point shots. So how many 2-point shots? How many 2-pointers? And let's do Y as the number of 3-pointers. Okay, so we said they made a total of 33 2-point and 3-point baskets. So if we add up X and Y, the 2-pointers and the 3-pointers, we should have gotten 33 because that's how many total shots they made. What's my other equation, my blue equation? It says the team scored a total of 72 points. So 2-pointers get 2 points per shot. So if I take the 2-pointers and I multiply that by 2, which is how many points you get, and I take the 3-pointers and I multiply that by 3, and I add them together, I should get 72. So that's my equation. I'm going to use substitution, so I'm actually going to fix this equation. I'm going to rewrite this one. I'm going to isolate the, let's see, they want us to find how many 2-point baskets, so I'm going to isolate the Y actually. So I'm going to subtract X from both sides. I'm going to say Y equals 33 minus X. I'm going to plug that in, and it's going to help me find the number of 2-pointers. I think. Yeah, it should. Yep. All right. So let's solve the system. I'm going to use my blue equation. I'm going to take this equation right here. That Y, I'm going to plug it into there. Plug it in there. So 2X plus 3y. Now, I'm not going to use y. I'm going to use whatever y equals, which is 33 minus x. Equals 72. Notice this is the same equation as that. I just replace y with whatever y is, which is this. All right, let's do, I'm going to use purple. Distribution, 33 times 3 is 99. 3 times x, negative x is negative 3x. Let's write everything else down. 2x. This is a positive 99, so I'm just going to put plus 99 equals 72. Combine my like terms. 2x minus 3x, that is negative 1x, or negative x, plus 99 equals 72. Subtract 99 from both sides. 99 and negative 72 are like terms, so I am going to subtract that from there. So 72 minus 99, it gets me negative 27. So negative x equals negative 27. If I divide or multiply both sides by negative 1, they both turn positive, so x equals 27. What is x again? X is the number of two-pointers. So how many two-pointer baskets did they make? Oh, they made 27. 27 two-point baskets. Two-pointers were made. All right. So, we're not going to do the tic-tac-toe thing on the bottom. This is a decent set of notes up here. So, go ahead and try some problem-solving stuff on your own. It is tricky getting these word problems into equations. I mean, solving it is hard enough, but then turning these into the correct equation, that's extra level of trickiness. But go ahead and try some on your own. Good